Across the entire history of music, there have been a number of bands and musicians that have gained some sort of reputation or classification that is very far from the truth behind their music. And the fact of the matter is, there are a few bands from any genre from anywhere in history that carry as incorrect a preconceived notion with their sound as Slayer. Heavy? Yes. Fast? Yes. Aggressive? Yes. But when you get down to the core of their music, there's no question that they're one of the most talented bands ever. And you'd be hard-pressed to find a group with more musical integrity than these guys. In a genre where toning down your sound and image and writing songs that have more of a mainstream appeal has sadly slowly become the trend over the past 2 decades, Slayer has stuck steadfastly to their sound, continuing to deliver some of the most powerful and original metal ever. Call them speed metal, call them heavy metal, call them punk metal, call them thrash metal, call them whatever you want. The reality remains that there isn't another band that even comes close to their sound and presence. Since the early 80s, Slayer has been pumping out this amazing blend of punk rock angst with an outright majestic style and volume. And for anyone who needs a little bit of aggression in their music, you just can't top Slayer. For me, it's the way that the guitars of Jeff Hanneman and Kerry King just rip across the tracks that I can never get enough of. The combination of the crushing, speedy, trudge rhythm riffs and the unnerving leads give them a sound like nobody else. And then of course you have the rhythm section, and Dave Lombardo is without question one of, if not the most talented drummer of his entire generation. And the speed and accuracy he brings to every single song is nothing short of insane. I mean, you need to remember, Slayer loves to switch up the tempos on their songs on a dime, giving their songs that really cool, jarring sound, and Dave Lombardo never slips in the least. But let's be honest, you can't mention Slayer without talking about the great Tom Araya, as he may be the most uniquely intriguing and distinctive vocalist in the genre's history. When it comes to that controlled scream sort of sound, he knows no peers. And while some people may try and write him off as that stereotypical heavy metal vocalist, the fact of the matter is, he defined the sound and remains the standard. There's just this punch, this drive that Slayer brings that you can't find anywhere else. And unlike a majority of their heavy metal peers, there's this emotion running through all of their songs. And it's that passion, that focus with which they play that vaults them far beyond any of their peers. Sure, you can make the argument that due to the nature of their music, Slayer's never really extended far beyond that typical heavy metal audience. But to be honest, that's one of the reasons I love them so much. You know what you're getting with Slayer. They're not gonna sell out or compromise their sound for anybody. They're just gonna bring you some of the most intense, high-speed, earth-shaking, kick-your-teeth-in music that you've ever heard. And if you don't like it, they honestly don't care. It's just Slayer, and I love them.